Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Medeek floor plugin. My name is Nathaniel P. Wilkerson, and today I wanted to show you guys this new feature I've just added, and it's having to do with the floor trusses within the floor plugin. So basically, it only works for MPC wood trusses, metal plate connected wood trusses. Just so you're aware of that. Let's go ahead and put that back, and then I am going to let's see if we can find a spot for it here somewhere. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get this to fit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw a grid down and get a floor started, and we'll see what we can do with this new feature. Right, so let's just make a simple rectangular floor. And again, like I said, this only applies to truss floors. So we're going to go ahead with the standard truss. I'm going to actually delete that and out of there that I've already done some tests with. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I think everything else there is fine. We'll just leave the floor sheathing off for now. We can do that, but I'm going to hide that anyways right now. All right, so I'll throw down a floor here. All right, so there's your typical wood truss floor. I think those are a 28 inch panel. I've got the metal plates turned on. You can turn that off, of course, as we've discussed in other videos. So just a quick review here with the chases versus beam pockets. So basically, the way I have a chase defined is a chase will go through the entire run or common run of trusses if it can. So if we go ahead and edit this floor, you're going to first notice here we have chase locations, which is as in the previous video. We also have now pocket locations. So if, for instance, if I put in, let's say 144 inches, that's going to go from the left side, and it's going to put a chase all the way through this run of trusses. Okay. And then let's say I want to put a pocket. Let's move this over here out of the way. Let's just say, let's keep it simple. I want to do it on the third common truss, and I want to do it, let's say 8 feet or 96 inches in, and then I want to do that a 5.5 inches wide. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. All right, so what you see here is that unlike the chase option, the pocket option will specifically put a pocket or even a chase specifically on one truss, right? So that's the third truss from the start of the run, right? And of course you can enter, and this I'm just showing you the manual entry method first, just so you're aware of how this works and how the plugin is tracking this. But if you want to put in, let's say another one, let's say we put this one on the 7th truss. Let's just do the same 96. Notice how we're delimiting with colons. I'm going to do 7.25, like a 2x8 thing. And notice I put commas between the triplet pair of numbers to delineate a different. All right, so let's go ahead and enter on that. Okay, so that's a way to put in pockets, right? You can key them in, but as many of you probably realize, it's kind of clunky, and it's probably be a lot easier with a tool. So that's what this new little tool here is. Okay, so first off, I'm going to delete these just out of there, just because I can. And when you click the delete tool here, you'll notice that this will highlight in blue. Just mouse over that and give it a second to regenerate, and it will remove that pocket. Okay, so now let's go ahead and use the pocket tool to essentially do the same thing. So we click the pocket tool. It's going to bring up a very simple menu here, and the menu basically just gives us what that beam pocket width is, right? And then you see as we mouse over each truss, it will highlight that truss that we're going to put the beam pocket in, and then it will also show us kind of a little preview with a dimension of where that's being positioned. So it positions from the left side. I could set up where it positions from the center, and I may do that if requested, but for now I'm just having it like that. So So yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll use the grid here to help us line up, kind of zoom in there a little bit. And then I'm just going to find where it says 96 there and go ahead and enter that. Okay. And then let's see if we wanted to do 7.25 or some other size. We can update that and then come over here and maybe drop one into this truss right here. Okay. So really the only difference between a chase and a pocket is the fact that a chase will put that opening all the way through all of the trusses, and the pocket will simply assign it to one specific truss. So, I mean, technically a guy could use it to create a chase as well. I'm just going to show you that real quick. So I've set the pocket, beam pocket width, or alternatively chase, at 24 inches. And then you'll notice as I mouse over now, you know, I've got basically quite a wide opening there. Let's bring this over this way a little bit because it's so big. Sorry, I'm kind of zoomed in here, funny. So, yeah, let's just drop one right there. And you can see, you know, we've got basically a chase, or a pocket beam that's about the size of a chase. Right, so gives you that flexibility, I guess is the right word, to basically put chases and pockets wherever you need to within your truss assemblies. Now, mind you, this does not work, of course, for any other floor type, but what it does do is give you the ability to put pocket and chases anywhere within your truss. So again, let me just demonstrate one more time. We're going to use that delete tool, and you can see that we can delete. But I also want to show you guys too, if you want to delete the chase out, just go here and into your menu here and just basically, you know, zip everything out of the chase locations, hit update. You're going to notice that all that goes away. And then if you want to globally, you know, erase all your pocket locations, you can do that here as well. I mean, you can do it, you know, one by one with the delete tool. But if you just grab that and empty that out, you're going to notice all those pockets go away. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Just a couple additional tools to add to the tool belt here, and allows you to manipulate chases and pockets and that sort of thing a little better. Yeah, if you have any questions or suggestions how to make this a better tool, or any other suggestions with regards to these floor trusses, let me know. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.